What's up, Singapore? Barry here from Dumb Guys, and I don't have a cooking video for you today. We're actually driving down to San Francisco on Friday, which is in 2 days, and we're gonna go do some shopping at some Asian food stores. So I'm hoping to pick up a lot of ingredients so I can get back to making some of that delicious Singapore food. I need you to give me some ideas, give me some recipes. So keep on giving me your recommendations so that we can keep making that delicious food. But I thought what I would do here in this video is just get to know you, get to know Singapore. Obviously, I can look all this up, all of these questions I have, but I figured it'd be a lot more fun if I just asked you to give me your answers to some basic questions that I have about Singapore. So let's kick it off. What is the regular work day like in Singapore? What's a regular, job in Singapore? What do people normally do for work in Singapore? What's something that's popular? I'm pretty curious to know how that is. And what's a typical work week? How many hours are you working a day? How many hours do you work during the week? Do you take a lunch break? How long is your lunch break? I can tell you in America, we typically do a 8-hour workday with a 30-minute to 1 hour lunch right in the middle of the day. And we get a couple of breaks in between that as well. So is it the same in Singapore? Pretty curious to hear that. So let me know, put your comments down in the comments section. I'm gonna type all of these questions out as well so you can respond to that particular question that I'm asking. Another question I have is very important because it's very important to me, and that's, do you like movies in Singapore? What kind of movies do you like? I love movies. The Dumb Guys love movies. And, if you checked out some of the other segments we have on this channel, you'll probably know we really like Star Wars. And I like a lot of, retro movies going back to the late 70s, 80s, definitely 90s. There's classic movies all around. So what kind of movies do you like in Singapore? What's a very popular movie that you would go see at the theater, or something that you watch over and over again if you watch movies at all? So that's something I'm pretty interested to hear. So let me know. And on that topic, what about TV? Do you guys watch TV? TV is a huge part of American culture. Some people can sit around and watch TV all day long. I can tell you what. Now, I work 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. But when I get home from work, if I'm not doing a YouTube video or editing something or playing a video game, I'm probably sitting in front of the TV. And, I could be watching a movie, but most likely I'm watching a TV show, a sitcom, or something along those lines. We got a lot of sitcoms here in America. It basically monopolizes the standard television stations Monday through Friday from 8 to 10. So what's it like in Singapore? Do you guys have TV? Is your culture centered around watching TV? Obviously, you guys watch YouTube. What else? What else do you do? What's the pop culture like there? What do you do for entertainment? Put your comments down below. I want to know what you guys do. One of these days, I think I'm gonna make it to Singapore. It looks like a beautiful place. It looks so clean. Everything looks so clean to me. And that's actually another question I have is, are the pictures, am I just seeing the nice areas, or is that what Singapore is really like? Is it really that clean and pristine? And it just looks like a really nice place. I know Singapore is fairly small. I've had some commenters put that in the comments of some of my past videos, and they said it's pretty small. And I believe it's just a little, a little piece of land that's tucked away, kind of, and wrapped around by Malaysia. But I have really not a lot to go on here. I don't know what to compare it to. And like I said, I could look at a map, I could read up on it, but I thought it would be funner to ask you. So tell me about it. Like, have you been to America? Can you compare the size of Singapore to something in the United States? Maybe it's similar size to a particular state or a particular region. And compared to Malaysia, how big is Malaysia compared to Singapore? The other thing is, does Malaysia and Singapore, do you guys get along? Is it easy to cross the border? I'm guessing it is, because I know that in a lot of the recipes I've looked at, there seems to be a blend of the Malaysian and the Singaporean recipes. So I'm curious to hear what you have to say about that. Tell me about your culture there in Singapore. And one of the other things I wonder about, because I know very little about the Singaporean government. What type of government do you have? Is it a democracy? Do you vote for your president? Do you have a president? I have no idea. So pretty curious about that. So let me know what the government's like, and is it friendly? Do you feel safe? Do you feel protected by your government, or do you have? Is there a lot of complaints? Video games. Do you play video games? I've got a PlayStation 4. I got a PlayStation 3. I got a PlayStation 2. I got a PlayStation 1. I got the PlayStations. I grew up playing Nintendo, NES, boom, classic. That was, before that I was playing Atari 2600. And then I had the 5200, I believe, after that. Super Nintendo, but really when PlayStation came out, I became a PlayStation guy. I'm not really big on Xbox. Right now, I am right at the end of Metal Gear 5. That one is the best one in the series so far. So if you like video games, if you play video games, let me know what's a good video game in Singapore. What's your favorite video game in Singapore? I'd be curious to know. We got a lot of Nintendo's obviously really big right now. Mario, things like that. A lot of those first-person shooter games are pretty big here, but I like games where there's more of a story and it's not just about running around killing bad guys. I want there to be a little more than that. So tell me what you guys do. I want to hear about that. Something really big in the U.S. sports. We're really big on sports, and there's the big 3 or 4 you could probably say, and that's baseball, my favorite, football, basketball, and I guess hockey. Soccer's not really big here, but it's starting to catch up a little bit. I don't like soccer, so soccer's a very worldwide sport. So I'm wondering if soccer's big in Singapore. But more importantly, do you like baseball? Because it's all about the baseball. I love baseball. Baseball season just started right now. As you probably have seen, the dumb guys are really big into fantasy baseball. We do a lot of fantasy baseball videos. I love baseball. Love to go to baseball games. Love to play baseball. I love to wear baseball hats. I am a baseball fan. Have been a baseball fan my whole life. So I want to know, does Singapore play baseball? Do you like baseball? Or football? Or basketball? Or soccer? Or any other sport out there? What's the national sport? Because baseball is the national sport in America. Well, I think that's enough questions this time. Like I said, in the comments, I'm going to type out a comment for each one of these questions I have so you can respond to each one of them. And we can, let's teach the dumb guy about Singapore. And stay tuned, because like I said, we're going down to San Francisco this weekend. It's about a 5-hour drive normally, but there's some road closures, so we're taking the long route. It's going to take us about 6.5 hours to drive down there. But, I live in a small area. I live in Humboldt County, if you want to look on a map, see where that is. I live in a small area. We don't have a lot of grocery stores. There's not a lot of things, not a lot of places for me to go shopping. But San Francisco, it is a very diverse city, and I'm sure that I'm going to find all of the ingredients that I need to make all these delicious Singapore recipes. So I'm going to be shopping, I'm going to be picking up a lot of ingredients, and I'm going to come back home and I'm going to kill it on all these Singaporean recipes. And I hope you tune in for those. I hope you give me suggestions for all the different kinds of recipes that you like in your home country, and let us Americans give it a try and tell you what we think. Of course, I want you to subscribe to the channel so that you can see all of these great videos that are coming. I appreciate the support of all of you that have already subscribed, and continue to engage in this channel and support the Dumb Guys. And so just keep on coming back. We really appreciate it. So that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your comments, and stay dumb.
Dumb Guys.